Okay, I want to talk to you about a customer contacted us about a job that he has. It's a fiberglass floor, and it's cracked in several spots. So I've drawn on here trying to replicate kind of what his cracking looks like. And now basically they're saying that the most of the tub floor is soft. So I want to talk about really how you're going to want to approach this project. Um, so basically, you've got a small crack here. You're going to want to take a 1/4-inch drill bit and drill out the end of each crack. So you end of there, really anywhere where the crack shoots off by itself. You're going to want to head that crack off. And I would use a 1/4-inch drill bit to head that off. Now, with the tub floor being soft all over, you really want to add support. And so looking at their tub, and what you need to be aware of always is, you're going to have holes at the end of each crack. But let's say it's soft right here where there's really no hole, and you're not going to have one there. So I would drill a hole here kind of in the middle of, even though there's not a crack there, if it is soft, you want to support that. Otherwise, you're going to get a crack somewhere else in the future. So really what you need to do is make it all solid. So remember, I would do some deep layer supports, probably, on a crack this size, I'd say a deep layer support on one side, and maybe a shallow layer support on the other side. It's really going to depend on how deep it is underneath your bathtub. So if you drill down there and you only have, really like 2-inch gap between the floor of your tub and the subfloor, if that total gap is only 2 inches, and maybe you've got a 1/4-inch gap between your floor of your tub and your support board, we call that the shallow layer support. And then we have deep layer support. Deep layer support is where you drill all the way to the subfloor. Shallow layer support is where you just drill through the tub floor down to the support board. Sometimes, especially if a tub has a lot of give, you're gonna feel a gap there between the floor of the tub and the support board, and then you have to drill through the support board to get to the subfloor. So be aware of that. You need to fill up both gaps. Now, if you only have a 1/2-inch gap between the floor of the tub and the support board, that foam is going to spread out through there a lot wider, a lot faster. So, like a shallow layer support here, a shallow layer support here, that's going to probably cover this entire area with foam. Assuming it's only like, a 1/4-inch gap or so that it's really filling up. But you are going to want a deep layer support right here in the middle of this. So I would do like a deep layer support in the very middle of this kind of open area that's soft. I'd do a deep layer support and then a shallow layer support on either side. And then same here, you've got some deep layer support on either side of the crack, and then same with this spot. This area here, kind of an open area, you want a deep layer support in the middle, and then a shallow layer support kind of splitting the difference. Generally your shallow layer supports, those need to be, 3 or 4 inches apart from each other. You want to see that foam spread to the other holes and come out the other holes. That's really what you want to see. Deep layer support, if you think about it, you really gotta gauge how deep it is underneath there. If it's just a couple of inches, it's gonna spread quite a bit. Now, this is a larger project than what our level 3s are designed for. I think what they had possibly intended to do was really just kind of sand this whole floor down and redo it. I had talked to them about, we do offer a full floor service where we do larger projects like this. It is larger than a level 3. It may take more than 3 cans of foam to spread this whole distance. But And then it will take more product than we generally offer in the level 3. So stay tuned. We will be coming out with a level 4 kit, where if you did have a larger project like this where you have to do the entire floor, you know, that's a lot more work. So just be aware of that. But in that situation, you would want to roll it on, roll on the coating. We offer a non-slip coating if you're going to do your whole floor, and we'll design that kit and we'll get it out as soon as we can. But in the meantime, we have a level 3 kit. I do believe the level 3 kit would repair this. However, you may need more foam and you may need more Bondo glass than what we offer in our standard level 3. This is a lot of area to cover. So what I would do is, you know, sand down the crack areas. Where you drill, you want to sand that area down and get those covered. This is going to be a big project, so just be aware of that. You know, we would probably consider this more like a level 4. We don't do those all the time, but sometimes we do run into those. But then you're going to essentially sand down your cracked areas. You're going to use your Bondo glass and definitely, you know, firm up these cracked areas. They're not big cracks. The main thing is getting that foam firm underneath where there's not much movement. Then your Bondo glass will go a lot farther. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful. This is just going to be a big project. Just remember, you want to fill in any gaps, and you know your foam's going to spread 3 or 4 inches underneath wherever you spray. So yeah, I would, you know, I guess I could just drill out each crack. I'd drill a shallow support, a deep support, a shallow support, drill out each crack. You know, some of them might only be shallow, some might be deep. So you got these 2 here. I would say, okay, all these are right here next to each other. I'd do 1 deep and then the other 2 shallow. There's no need to go all the way down if you don't have to. And then same over here, you know, like 1 deep, 1 shallow, 1 deep, 1 shallow. And then I would actually drill a hole in between, you know, the ends of this crack. I would put one here because that's an awfully long crack. So, you know, you only want, you know, probably about 4 or 5 inches at the most between your holes if you're trying to, you know, fill up, you know, if you're trying to fill up an area like that, you don't want to just do 1 here and 1 here. That'd be too far. You want to split the difference and make sure you're getting good coverage throughout that entire crack, throughout the soft area. Now remember, this has kind of some built-in grooves here. You are going to want to sand those completely smooth. If you don't, there's almost like a glossy, shiny coating on it that does not stick as well to the Bondo glass. You are going to want to sand that smooth with the 80 grit sandpaper before you apply the Bondo glass. So be sure to do that. Anywhere where you're going to actually apply the Bondo glass, you want to be sure that that is sanded smooth and get rid of this texture that they have on here. So hopefully this was helpful. Stay tuned. We will be trying to launch our level 4 kits, which would be like a non-slip full floor coating that you would actually roll on and then spray around the edges to kind of blend it in. It's a very good service that we offer people. Comes in handy a lot. So hopefully we can get that launched pretty soon. All right, guys, good luck. Thank you.